When's the last time we checked the ingredients on our favorite yogurt, ice cream, Oreos? Most people don't, and the food industry is counting on that because what's about to be in those products is not what we think it is, and the story of how it got there involves Israel and our tax dollars. Yup, we are quite literally talking goy. Let's get into it. Okay, so first let's talk bioreactors. A bioreactor is basically a giant industrial tank. You put cells or microorganisms in, you feed them nutrients, they grow, they produce something. Think fermentation with beer, yogurt, kombucha, but instead of making alcohol, you're making dairy proteins.
Okay, so fermentation, got it. Fermentation, we all eat fermented stuff, like she just said, kombucha, beer, wine. We eat fermented stuff, pickles.
Meat protein, cocoa butter, no animal, no farm, no rainforest, just a tank. Yum. There are 3.
Wait a second, what's the problem? You just said it was like beer. If I can make meat in the same process that I use to make beer, why wouldn't I? That makes sense, right? We have the technology now to make meat without all the flies and the shit and the piss and the pus and all of the blood. Let's do that. Like, that sounds like a good idea. Wait, you can make meat in the same process that you make beer, and you don't have to have the piss, the shit, the blood. That sounds like a good plan to me. Let's hear why that's a problem.
3 versions of this that you need to know about. The first is cultivated meat. This is where you take a small biopsy of cells from a living animal, no slaughter required. So here you go, vegans. You drop them in a tank and the cells.
There you go, vegans. Actually, this way is not actually not vegan because you took something from an animal. That's not vegan. You're still enslaving an animal. So that's not vegan. So there you go, moron.
Multiply into this mush of muscle tissue that you then press into the shape of a steak or a burger patty, whatever the product's supposed to be. The second is precision fermentation dairy, where you take the specific gene responsible for making milk protein in a cow, insert it.
Yeah, so this is normal. This is the future. Precision fermentation. It's basically like making beer. It's called precision fermentation. It's the same way we make insulin. We make lots of stuff. You are already a consumer of precision fermented products. We're getting better at it over time. And pretty soon you'll have Chick-fil-A with precision fermented chickens because it's far better for you, the chicken, and the world because no more pandemics. Hey, you won't have a million genetically similar animals in a tightly confined area breathing the same air and getting the same virus so that you have to kill tens of thousands at a time by burning down the whole building. So that you won't have to do that anymore, which is, I think a plus because then no more pandemics.
Into yeast or bacteria, drop that into a tank with water and sugar. The bacteria then multiplies and produces milk protein as a byproduct. Again, no cow, just a tank.
That's good. That sounds like a no cow, just a tank. That's great, right? No cow, no piss, shit, and pus. No raping cows, no more slitting throats, no more fucking their babies, none of that. No more taking the babies away from moms. Yeah, precision fermentation. It's probably, I think it's obviously the future. We already have milk. It's identical to dairy. You drink it, it tastes exactly like dairy.
Third is cell cultured cocoa. So this is where they extract real cells from cocoa beans, put them in a bioreactor, and 2 beans end up producing what would normally take 4 tons of cocoa and 10,000 square meters of rainforest.
That's great, right? Because now you have chocolate without killing all of the animals. That's pretty cool too. You don't have to chop down all the rainforest to grow chocolate. Chocolate is one of the most ecologically horrible things for planet Earth. It'd be great if we could do it for coffee. We got coffee? Because coffee is also very bad for the environment, and I'm a coffee addict, so it'd be really cool if we got coffee.
Industry will tell you that this is the same thing as the real version. That the cells are real, the proteins are identical. It's just a more efficient process. Well,
that's right. It's true.
Their framing, not mine. Because something
it's more efficient and it doesn't kill anybody, so that's why we do it.
Grown in a tank is not the same thing as something grown in a field or a farm or a rainforest.
A field or a farm or so what's the argument here? You want us to chop down rainforests for Hershey bars? Is that what you want? You want to just extinct all these animals every year so you could keep eating chocolates? You fucking idiot.
The molecule might be similar, sure, that's debatable, but the process is completely different, and we deserve to decide what we put in our bodies. First, let's talk about the companies we've never heard of that are already in or almost in our food. The top 3 precision fermentation dairy companies in the world right now.
You do get to decide. You totally get, she's right about that. You get to decide. Now, you get to decide all the time what kind of person you want to be. Do you want be a person who rapes women? Do you want to be a person who beats children? Do you want to be a person that abuses animals? Do you want to be a person? You get to decide these things. And that's how we decide. That's how we all decide whether or not you're a piece of shit. So like when Donald Trump decides to rape women and abuse children, we know that he's a piece of garbage, right? He also abuses animals. We know that you're a bad person. because you've made those decisions. But you do get to choose. You get to choose what you do. And we get to choose how we react to those choices.
Now, our Perfect Day, Remilk, and Imagine Dairy. 2 out of the 3 are Israeli. Just keep that in mind. Perfect Day, an American company.
Oh, no. They're Israeli, though. Oh, no. They're Israeli. Oh. We need to keep Chop It Down Rainforest, because some of these companies are going to be Israeli companies.
Out of California, it's already on shelves with Brave Robots ice cream, Modern Kitchen cream cheese. Their whey protein is in commercial food products right now. We probably walked past it without knowing. Remilk, an Israeli company, FDA approved, already launched in Israeli grocery stores in January 2026 and eyeing a US launch this year. Imagine Dairy, also Israeli, also FDA approved. Danone, the company behind Silk and So Delicious, already took a minority stake, and they're actively seeking US partnerships right now.